Audio. Audio, we're here. Welcome, second wavers. I figured out the switches. Woo! Woo! T minus 24. Let's get Max on. What is going on out there? Max! Woo! Huh? Getting ready to launch, folks. Getting ready to launch. So excited. So excited. Let's go out to the cargo bay. Things are looking good out here. Elon? Can you do one of these? Elon, out of the Dragon. You can't do this out of the Dragon. Huh? None of that out of the Dragon. Not a big deal though. Woo! So excited. All right, here we go. Welcome aboard, everybody. Welcome to Second Wave. Today we have a SpaceX is putting a Bob and Doug up in the ISS. Who doesn't love a little Bob and Doug up in the ISS? Oh, and weather on the nines. Weather on the nines. Let's see here. It's going to be hot. Really hot today. Really, really hot. Let's take that out of there. Okay. All throughout California. All throughout. Hot. Hot. And that's your weather on the nines. Yeah. Back to the start. SpaceX segment up. All right. That's great. Let's listen to him, huh? There's a lot of stuff going on.
Best of luck. This will be my own first time watching humans lift off to space from the United States, and it's just going to be a super emotional moment. For that, Marie, back to you at Kennedy for these last minutes before launch.
All right, thanks, Tahira. And Leland, we got 23 minutes and some change to go. What do you think Bob and Doug are feeling right now?
I think,
we're live all the time. If you want to put a note in the comments, we love it.
What are the steps that have to take if a malfunction or something happens? So the nominal stuff is all kind of automated, but if something happens where they have to intervene with those touchscreens, that's what they're thinking.
And we're just inside 23 minutes now, so on Wednesday we were 5 minutes further in the countdown when we heard that call to scrub, and the weather was still very touch and go at this point on Wednesday, but today, at least for right now, I don't want to jinx it. I'm afraid to even say it out loud, but
good. We're looking good. You can jinx it
today.
Yeah, and it feels like I'm feeling it a lot more than I did on Wednesday.
Right. Welcome to Second Wave, you guys. We're watching the SpaceX launch today.
And cool and collected. Haven't had the opportunity to be in meetings with them and to watch them train. I have to say, and to all of my friends who work with them every single day, the feedback is always just what great people they are, and just how not just bright and sharp they are, but just good people. And around the office, we often refer to them as the dads. They're the dads. They're dads. They are dads, and we've met their families. And when you see people in that very level, it starts to mean so much. They are part of our team. You know, they're not a customer. They're our team. They're not a payload. They're our team. They're a family. And so we're just so excited to see the dads up there today.
Go dads!
Yeah.
Comes to trimming your balls, use the Manscaped Lawnmower 3.0.
It is the best trimmer in the...
Nobody wants to see a Manscaped. Oh, we're T minus 20, folks. Wow. What's I doing on my thing? Elon, you got one of these? Huh? You got a shuttle bag? You ain't got no shuttle bag. I mean, Falcon's cool and all that. Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to Second Wave. Somebody open it. Welcome to the show. We're watching Bob and Doug. We had to rent the Columbia. We couldn't get in. Bob and Doug. Missed it on Thursday. Couldn't get it up there. Today we're good to go. Looks like the weather's fine. We don't got any high altitude clouds. Somebody opened a window in this spectacular. Welcome to the show, everybody. We're live all the time, every time. When was the last time we launched astronauts off of the United States soil? Don't have the answer. We don't have the answer. Jesus, it had to have been maybe in this sweet little baby right here. We're smoking. We'll go back and forth. Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to Second Wave. Bob and Doug. Bob and Doug. Dick Bob. I don't know, it does not look like a little... It's like a little hollow craft up there. Huh? Good for you, SpaceX. Sorry, we had to come to the cargo bay to smoke. Can't smoke inside the show. Welcome to the show, everybody. Bob and Doug. Getting ready to take off. Exciting. Exciting. Bob. Bob and Doug. Bob. Doug. Alright, let's see. We'll just play it again. Alright, you guys, welcome to the show. Oh, Bob and Doug. Bob and Doug getting ready to take off. 15 minutes. 50, T-minus 16. And counting. We're looking good. Things are looking good. We got all kinds of checks and rechecks. Welcome to the show, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe. It helps. Bob and Doug. Yeah. Bob and Doug. Alright, get excited. Come on. Come on up to the space shuttle, you guys. Come on. We're watching the launch together. We'll go back inside, but we're just smoking a cigarette out here. In the shuttle back. Waiting for the T-minus. We'll have the T-minus 13 now. Come on. Welcome to the show, everybody. Oh, God. I'm looking right. Better not show any commercials during launch. Alright, you guys. Bob and Doug strapped in. Ready to go to the International Space Station. Take 2. Huh? You can blow smoke rings in space. You can blow smoke. Yeah! Smoke rings in space, everybody. Get excited. America. Fucking A. Russians, we have used Russian rockets up until now to get there. There's even the European Space Agency. The European Space Agency has some good rockets. Don't get me wrong. And we're waiting for NASA's next big project. before NASA can actually launch astronauts up to the space station and beyond. Huh? Moon stuff, space. Space Command. Space Command. Let me try to get it. Alright, we're done. We're done. Not going to throw it in outer space. You don't want cigarettes floating around. Alright, let's go back to we're back. Come on. T-minus 12. Bob and Doug. Press those buttons. Press those buttons. Press it. Press the button. There we go. There's the song. All right, let's go. Let's get in. We're T-minus. T-minus 12.
Issue callouts that we're going to hear will probably be inside the T-minus 10 minutes when they talk to the crew. We'll listen for that.
Let's get ready. Get excited.
But at the moment, everything continuing to look good at T-minus 12 minutes and 20 seconds.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff happening. Everybody, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. If you're watching, we're going to watch there.
Only a little over 12 minutes away. Just
feel free to say something, say hello. Don't say hello, you can just
ride
lurk.
Uphill.
Not a big deal either.
We'll have some dueling boxes going on as the first stage is going to be coming home while the second stage is carrying Bob and Doug into orbit.
We get to also
Obviously,
watch
we'll be keeping an eye on our astronauts
it's
the whole way
exciting.
uphill.
Not only launch it, but
some of the calls that you'll be hearing as there will be what we call performance calls over the Dragon to ground the entire way uphill. And you'll just hear some of the SpaceX engineers calling out trajectories and booster performance. So we're always looking for that word nominal. I know that's one of John's favorite words. That's one of mine too. We want to hear nominal as much as possible up on the way uphill. You might also hear some number and letter combinations, and those correspond to the different abort zones that Bob and Doug are in during their flight uphill. There's 1A and 1B, which signify that they're on the first stage. Those carry them from there in the Cape all the way up to about the very top of North Carolina. And then we'll have 2A through 2E or 2 Echo, and that will be on the second stage, and that goes from North Carolina all the way up to about the tip of Newfoundland, so in the northern Atlantic. And then there is a zone of the northern Atlantic that we're going to avoid, and so you should hear the call out be something similar to forward to Shannon, and that just refers to Shannon, Ireland, which they'll be going off the coast of Ireland at the later stages of the second stage if they have to abort. So just prepping you now for some of those calls. You're hopefully going to hear that word nominal a whole lot on the way uphill. 10.5 minutes. Things are pretty quiet. As John I said, it'll pick up.
These are configured for launch.
SpaceX Dragon displays are configured for launch.
Woof! They're configured to launch, folks.
Bob, Doug, on behalf of the entire SpaceX team, it's been a huge honor to help you get ready for today's historic mission. Know that we're with you, have an amazing flight, and enjoy those views of our beautiful planet.
Fucking A.
Thanks, Jay. It is absolutely our honor to be part of this huge effort to get the United States back in the launch business. We'll talk to you from orbit. Thank you.
Copy all. Thanks for those words.
SpaceX core. So again, that voice that's going to be talking to Bob and Doug throughout their mission from right here in Hawthorne, just offering a few quick words. The crew
Hawthorne.
Crew displays are configured
Not
for
Houston.
launch.
They're not saying Houston anymore.
9 minutes
Hawthorne.
and counting.
Wild.
We've gotten through T-minus 10 minutes with the crew discussions. Activity is now going to switch over to Falcon 9.
They're taking off over there in Cape Canaveral, Florida.
Our next major event comes at
off the coast of Orlando.
7 minutes. We begin what we call engine chill. Pre-valves will open. Those currently separate propellants on the first stage from getting down to the Merlin engine.
So good.
We'll open the pre-valves.
So
That'll allow
welcome
fuel,
aboard.
liquid oxygen
Welcome to the
flow
show.
to
We
the
got
top of the
we're
pumps.
T-minus.
And more importantly,
I don't even know.
when we open the valves, that'll allow us to begin chilling.
T-minus 9 and counting.
9 Merlin 1D
Holy
turbo pumps on
guacamole.
the first stage engine. It'll take a few minutes to get them
Feel
cold
free to
enough
live. We're
where
live
they
all
would
the
then
time,
be
every
ready
time
to
we
pass
interact
large
with our
amounts
guests.
of liquid oxygen
Guests,
through the pumps
subscribers,
and into the main
watchers.
thrust chambers when we get to engine ignition at T-minus 2 seconds.
Tell us what you're thinking. Tell us what you're doing. Tell us
We don't want to try to
stuff
run,
it, if that's what you
highly
want to
chilled
do.
liquid oxygen through a
Stuff it.
warm pump. You would flash that into gas, and running gas through a high-speed pump is not a good thing. So right now, we are waiting for T-minus 7 minutes. That'll start the engine chill. Shortly after that, we will also get the fuel shutdown.
Tell us what you're doing. Tell us
We don't want to try to
stuff
run,
it, if that's what you want to do.
liquid.
I love it. I love it.
Listening to the SpaceX launch director in the background there. As I mentioned, at T-minus 7 minutes as we start the chill, we will also get into the final topping off of stage 1 fuel, and then the fuel load will complete.
If you're looking to tone up or burn belly fat, then listen in, because look, I've helped over 400,000 people get into the best shape of their life. But
that's good to know. That's good to know. These commercials have got to stop. Bob and Doug. Do you think Bob and Doug want to listen to that? Huh? Right now? No. Bob and Doug got stuff to do. Bob and Doug have to... Nah. Bob and Doug. Bobby and Dougie, welcome to the show, everybody. We're launching with second word for T-minus 7.
Engine chill has started.
Engine chill. Good. Engine chill. That's good. That's good. You want...
We've heard the call out. Stage 1 engine chill has started. That's gone up to the crew so that they've got situational awareness. As I mentioned, the pre-valves are open. And now we are topping off first stage fuel, getting ready to finish the fuel load. Liquid oxygen load on first and second stage will continue until the last 3 to 2 minutes of the countdown.
We should hear that call out RP1 load complete coming up in about 6 minutes. Again, RP1 is just that densified kerosene, or that
densified kerosene.
That Falcon
RP1
9 is going to be used to power Bob and Doug to orbit today.
Don't look right down there. Don't look there.
And stage 1 fuel is closed out.
Space-time continuum. All
right on time.
Looking
that
beautiful,
call out
folks.
indicates that the fuel loading on the first stage
Fuel's
is
now we're
complete.
putting the fuel into
Draining back the lines
putting the
now,
fuel
so
in right
first
now,
stage
folks. The fuel's
and
not there
second
yet.
stage fuel are complete.
No, you just can't.
Liquid oxygen
Not like a
loading is
car.
continuing on both stages.
You just can't.
You can see on the view on the left side of the monitor
This is
the condensation, the cold gas wrapped around the stages as the tank skins are chilled by the densified liquid oxygen, picking up the humidity from the Florida air.
So excited.
It looks like at this moment we're a little more than 90% full on the oxidizer on the first stage, ticking up towards that 80% mark on the second stage. We'll be counting down all the way till about 2
SpaceX. So
or
this
3
is fun.
minutes,
You we not only launch,
everything
but
is
they're going to
loaded.
bring that Falcon 9 down. So the
and then we will be go
Dragon
for launch.
is the top cap, and that's where our happy duty
Dragon
Bob
has
and Doug are.
transitioned to configure for terminal count.
And then the rocket
Vehicle tanks pressing
Falcon
for strong back retract.
is that puppy. It's gonna be. You're gonna have Dragon disconnect and keep cooking up there to the ISS. You gotta hit.
We're pressurizing the Falcon 9 tanks. We're going to open the clamp arm around the second stage
and then the Falcon's
begin to
gonna come back down.
retract
We're
the
gonna watch
strong
it
back.
land. They nail that landing every time.
We'll move back about 2 degrees.
I think this
That'll
one
get
might
us
be
to the
barge
liftoff
landing.
position.
A
At
little bit more
liftoff,
difficult.
the Strongback will then recline about 45 degrees away.
Started. Stage 2, RP1 bleed.
Launch director called out the Strongback retract has started on the left.
Station.
You'll see it go back just a couple of degrees.
Come in.
Stage 1, RP1 bleed.
We're live. We're live all the time, every time, folks. Come on. Leave us a message, write something fun in there. We're T-minus 4 minutes. Oh, God.
We are just 4 minutes away from liftoff. Again, at this moment, Bob and Doug are really just laser focused on those displays. They have insight directly into Dragon and the Falcon 9. They're able to see where their fuel loading is at, how everything's progressing down with the count.
You see their digital display?
AFTS final setup started.
Digital display. I never had a girl before. Much of a
3.5 minutes from launch.
So excuse me if I
and the
start
Strongback
to play
is now reclining away
with your
from
digital
the Falcon
display.
9.
Digital display. Have you seen their digital? Have you seen their digital? I mean, my stuff's good. My stuff's from the 80s. I had to rent. Oh, there's the Dragon. There's the Dragon.
MVAC igniter purges.
Bob and Doug are up there. Bob and Doug.
I'll go bleed. Dragon has transitioned to terminal count and is on internal power. Stage 1, LOX load close out.
Okay, we're at T-minus 2 minutes, 42 seconds. Stage 1 LOX load is closed out. Stage 2 will continue to load for about another half a minute or so. Once we get completion of Stage 2 LOX loading, we have to vent down the line, so you'll see another large white cloud coming off of the Strongback. That'll be normal. That'll happen around
transitioning to
T-minus 1 minute and 40 seconds. We're going on internal power now.
Just a few seconds away from the Stage 2 LOX load being complete.
Exciting,
It's been almost 9 years since we've been in this position. A lot of work done by thousands of people to get to this point. All our eyes focused on 2 now.
All right, welcome aboard, you guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining me for the launch. What do we got here? 1 minute, 40 seconds? Ah! So the Falcon, it's going to cook this puppy up.
Auto-idle.
Going to get to like Mach 24 by the time we're done.
Stage 2 LOX load complete. All fuel, all oxidizer on Falcon 9. 1 minute, 34 seconds to go till launch.
Ground gas closeouts is starting.
Come on, Bob. Come on, Doug. Bob, Doug, Bob and Doug. Bob and Doug, getting ready. What do we got? T-minus 112. Oh, these guys. Huh? Let's bring it up a little bit. Let's just do it. The whole screen. We're doing full screen, folks.
Falcon 9 is in startup. Dragon is in countdown. FTS is armed for launch.
Under a minute now, the FTS, the flight termination system, has been armed.
Dragon, SpaceX, go for launch.
SpaceX Dragon, we're go for launch. Let's light this candle.
We're go for launch, people. There's no clouds. We're like 30 seconds.
T-minus 30 seconds.
Stage 1 tanks pressing for flight.
T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff of the Falcon 9 and Crew Dragon. Go NASA. Go SpaceX.
Go.
America has launched.
Come on,
So
sweetheart.
rises a new era of American spaceflight, and with it the ambitions of a new generation continuing the dream. 20 seconds into flight, stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
Woo. Look how fast we're going. Look how fast.
T plus 30 seconds into this historic mission. Flying crew on board Dragon and Falcon 9, and look at them go.
Falcon power telemetry nominal.
Go, 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 go.
M1D throttle down.
We're throttling down to get ready for the period of maximum dynamic pressure. We're in the throttle bucket.
They're like 3 Gs right now.
Reports say all systems are go.
I wish they would chill inside. Probably just...
Vehicle is supersonic.
We've exceeded Mach 1 on the Falcon 9.
Mach 1, baby.
M1D throttle up.
That's right.
We're throttling back
Once
up
you get
to
through the
full
clouds, you
power
can
as we're
throttle up,
moving
baby.
max Q.
Once you get through that dense atmosphere.
Copy 1 Bravo.
Throttle up, baby.
And we heard that
Look at
1 Bravo
Look at
call
that
out.
now.
That's just the second abort zone that they're in. They'll continue to be on this until the first stage has done its job.
There they are.
Switch
There's
over
Bob and
to
Doug.
the second.
Hey,
At
guys.
this point, Bob and Doug pulling about 2.3 Gs,
Yeah,
2.3 times the Earth's gravity, already
Woo,
moving at
Geez,
1,500 miles per hour.
150, you're about 500 pounds now.
We've heard the call out for MVAC engine chill. That's getting the MVAC engine ready to light. That'll come at about 2:44 into flight. Right now, everything continuing to look good. Next major event coming
my
up
rock, my hair.
is going to be the triple.
Dopey.
We'll have main engine cutoff of the 9 first stage engines.
The Chinese Communist regime is killing people and harvesting their organs. Although most media have remained
Stage separation.
That's awesome.
And then ignition of the second
awesome
stage
commercial.
engine to continue to carry astronauts into orbit.
Bam, cooking. Like cooking.
Coming up in about 20 seconds.
M1D throttle down.
Too fast, had to throttle down.
We heard we're throttling down the Merlin engines on the first stage. And we have Miko.
Miko.
2 Alpha.
Falcon stage separation confirmed.
There it is.
Copy 2 Alpha.
All right, the Falcon, the rocket has come off of the Dragon capsule. And so the Dragon capsule is continuing, obviously, and Falcon's coming back to Earth.
All right, we have stage separation confirmed. The first stage beginning its flight back. The second stage being powered by that single Merlin 1D vacuum engine has ignited and is now
Acquisition of signal
carrying
loss.
Bob and Doug into orbit. So they're going to continue under the power of this second
Stage 2
stage,
propulsion is nominal.
which will cut off at SECO, or second engine cut off at about 8 minutes and 44 seconds into today's flight. So a little over 5 minutes to go still on this second stage. You heard the call out 2 Alpha, so they're now in the longest abort zone that carries them all the way from about North Carolina up the eastern seaboard, almost to Canada. Things looking good, though, getting good call-outs, nominal propulsion on that second stage. Bob and Doug continuing to make their way into orbit.
Look at that. Look at their digital display.
Dragon SpaceX nominal trajectory.
Digital display.
Acquisition of signal in Bermuda.
SpaceX Dragon nominal
They're
trajectory.
moving. He's moving around. They're moving. They're not. It's not 5 Gs no more. 3 Gs.
All right, here in nominal trajectories, the Dragon pointed in the right direction, continuing to make their flight uphill. Heard acquisition of signal Bermuda. That's one of the other ground stations that they're using to get telemetry and data back from this spacecraft.
Stage 2 propulsion is still nominal.
Good, you guys. Looking good. We're going to put it back to just... So we've done pretty good up to
A little
this
over
part.
4 minutes,
all the
40
highly
seconds into the
explosive
flight. Bob and Doug flying at more than 5,600
liquids,
miles
Dragon
per hour.
SpaceX nominal trajectory.
We
Already almost
I've been used
200
up in the
miles
Falcon.
downrange from
We're
the
not so
Kennedy Space Center.
there's
Nominal
the
trajectory continuing.
Yeah. Flares are out. Flared out. We're coming down. They're gonna land that puppy. There's some dude that's gonna land that puppy. It's not the astronauts. They don't care.
And while they continue uphill, looks like we are getting a view of the first stage as well.
Yep, on your right screen, you can see that first stage with the grid fins deployed. It's making its way back to attempt to land on our drone ship. Of course, I Still Love You today. And we're just about a couple minutes away from the entry burn, and that's where 3 of the 9 Merlin engines do ignite to help slow the vehicle down as it re-enters back into the Earth's atmosphere.
Yeah, there's still a little bit of
entry burn will be the
juice inside of it to land it.
Just a
so
single
excited. Look at those dudes with
nominal trajectory.
Bob and
And
Doug.
you heard
Starting chill for entry burn.
there's that call out. They are still on a nominal trajectory on Dragon, still on second stage, and that's that MVAC engine on second stage on your left screen.
MVAC engine. There it is. Woo. Oh, my hair.
Again, on your right screen is that first stage booster coming back towards our drone ship. Of course, I Still Love You. We're about a minute away from entry burn.
Where's Max? Max.
Meanwhile, that second stage continuing to power Dragon into orbit. Again, if you're keeping an eye on that timer, that's going to continue to burn until 8 minutes and 44 seconds into flight. So a little over 2 minutes from now, we'll hear the call out Seco. It'll then be a little
Stage 2 propulsion is still good.
A little over 3 minutes until Dragon physically separates from the second stage of the Falcon 9 after the upper
Dragon
stage
SpaceX nominal trajectory.
Dragon copies, nominal trajectory.
Continuing to check in with Bob and Doug as they are on a nominal trajectory. Just about 10 seconds away
Bob and Doug
from
are
that
driving
first
this thing
stage.
through outer space now.
Starting that entry burn on your right screen, we should be able to see that view live.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
And there is that entry burn beginning.
All right, there's an entry burn. We're coming down to
This
land it.
burn lasts about 36 seconds long.
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
Let's bring that up. So yeah, we're going to land that puppy on I Still Love You. Barge name I Still Love You.
Well, that entry burn continues. We're just about a minute away from Seco. We'll have a number of events all happen in rapid succession. It'll be the second engine cutoff.
Stage 1
we'll be looking
shut
for
down.
that stage 1 landing burn shortly after.
We're right here.
Actually, just within a few seconds of
Here's
each
the
other.
whole timeline of how everything happens.
Such a cool view on your left screen, seeing Bob and Doug on Dragon. Right now you can see the displays that they are seeing right now themselves.
Terminal
The
guidance.
display's amazing, guys. The display, look at
And
that.
back there also.
22,000 miles an hour.
We are
folks.
coming up 25 seconds or so away
23,000
from
miles an hour.
Seco, or second engine cutoff.
This is also the point where Bob and Doug are experiencing their highest G-force. We're seeing the counter tick up to right about
Stage 1
4.8.
transonic.
Copy, Shannon.
You heard Shannon, so that just means they're in their final abort zones. If they were to abort at this point, it would either be an abort to orbit or to land off the coast of Ireland, standing by for second
Stage 1 landing
Abort to
startup.
orbit, huh?
And back there all step.
Nobody wants to do that.
And back shut down. Stage 1 landing line.
Confirmation of Seco's second engine cutoff.
Okay, so there's the
Now
barge.
we are waiting
There's the
for our
barge. All
first
right,
stage to make its way to our drone ship. Of course, I Still Love You.
Dragon SpaceX nominal orbital insertion.
Launch escape system
Confirmation
is disarmed.
nominal
Dragon
orbital
copies,
insertion.
nominal
Stage
orbital
1 landing leg
insertion.
deploy.
And what you're seeing on your screen is a live view of our drone ship,
Where is it?
where our first stage will be coming down.
Oh, I Still Love You. Lost some signal, of course.
Looks
I Still
like we
Love
lost
You.
that live view, but we'll wait for confirmation
get
of that
sma-
landing shortly here.
Falcon 9 first stage successfully landed.
And there you can see on your screen, Falcon 9
Missed it.
has landed.
Damn it. Look at that.
This is the first Falcon 9 to carry humans to orbit, so very
Right in
exciting
the
for us.
circle.
And as you can see on your right screen, Bob and Doug are still making their way to their targeted orbit.
Bob and Doug fist bump. Ah,
So
Doesn't get much
exciting
better.
today.
it doesn't get much
It
better.
doesn't stop.
It does not stop.
All right, we did hear again that call out, good orbital insertion. So that means Falcon 9 and Dragon right now exactly where they're supposed to be.
Good orbital insertion.
FRC on Recovery 1.
And it's right at about 12 minutes when Dragon will separate. Looks like we saw a 0G indicator floating around there. I know Bob and Doug owe us a little bit about what exactly that is that they brought up with them.
Bob and Doug got a special surprise for everybody.
And before separation, before Dragon initiates separation from the second stage, they do make sure to make, they do ensure that the vehicle is not spinning and it is in good condition before we separate.
That's right, the upper stage does small attitude maneuver using cold gas thrusters built into the rocket body itself.
Cold gas thrusters.
Exactly, so we do expect that separation to occur in about a minute from now, but they do wait until they have full confirmation that it is ready to separate.
Okay, we stopped about 27,000 miles now.
Such cool views. I cannot get over this view that we are seeing right now. Bob and Doug on the right screen, inside of Crew Dragon.
Yeah, Stacy, it's
out
exciting.
in space.
Yeah, already. Kilometers over planet Earth, or a little over 124 miles, traveling in excess of 2,700 meters, 27,000 meters per second, or about 16,000 miles per hour.
My bad. That's meters. Meters. Feet.
Again, we're just standing by that separation.
Yeah,
that
baby,
should be coming up shortly. Then they'll begin a series of checks on the Draco thrusters that are going to be used to maneuver and then power Dragon on its flight to the International Space Station. Standing by for separation.
Go, guys.
Expect a loss of signal, Wolves.
It sounds like we had an expected LOS loss of signal with one of the ground stations.
I lost the signal, so we'll say.
Waiting for confirmation now of that
Dragon
signal.
separation confirmed.
Dragon separation confirmed.
There is a great view right in front of you of Dragon separating. And there's that call out. Dragon is now officially making its way to the International Space Station today.
There goes the Dragon.
Dragon SpaceX with that separation call.
Doesn't look like it's going too fast, huh?
20,
16,000 miles an hour. That's 16,000.
Standing by.
Dragon, Chief Engineer on Dragon to Ground. Bob Doug, on behalf of the entire launch team, thanks for flying with Falcon 9 today. We hope you enjoyed the ride and wish you a great mission.
Thanks, Bala. Congratulations to you and the F9 team for the first human ride for Falcon 9. And it was incredible. Appreciate all the hard work, and thanks for the great ride.
Incredible.
Copy all.
I'd like to be proud of you guys and the rest of the team. Thank you so much for what you've done for us today, putting America back into low Earth orbit from the Florida coast.
Copy all. Good luck. Godspeed.
That's beautiful. Bob and Doug. We'll just keep them up there.
All right, so Bob and Doug are in
And Dragon
space.
SpaceX, we confirm nominal ECLS activation and service section Draco checkouts. Nose cone deploys in progress.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Sally, can we have some more tunes? Thanks for joining us today, folks. What great stuff. Let's see if we got Max still. Max is here. Let's do a little chit-chatting. No Max. We do not have Max. It's a negative on the Max. What a show. Very nice. It's pretty exciting. All right, let's go to the show title, guys.